Good. That looks nice. I like moving the clock from room to room as a kind of a trademark thing, you know? No, I don't have two of them. That is the one from the rec room.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary. No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of? Oh, what in the name of?
Okay. How many seconds do I have to work with? Whoa, 14 people. That's how it always works. Vortex, I feel like I've seen you around here before. Hey, Vortex, hope you're having a good night. Hope everybody else is having a good night too. The other anonymous 13 people watching. This is my hobby. You ever have things you wanted to do when you were a kid, and you know you grow up, and now you have the opportunity and the space and availability to do them? Well, here's one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to make Lego movies. Now I do it, and I share it with you guys. You got any questions? What you guys up to? I do all sorts of stuff. Don't think I'm just down here working on Legos. I earn my silly little Lego room. I'll turn around in a second. I'm just focusing on my clip here. This episode's called Land Shark. I'll show you what we have so far, but we're almost at the tail end of the episode here, folks. I think I have maybe about shy of a minute left of filming left to do on this, and the episode will be complete. Yeah, I'll give the people what they want real quick. The mouse, the purr, the tuxedo, the floof. As you can see, he's in the Loafins form right now, so he is taking the invisible stance as to the fact that he is blending. He's blending. So I will let him blend as he is blending. Good thing I remembered to turn the notifications off this time on my phone. One of my favorite live streamers is on right now. Proving that I am not doing this for viewers. I'm just doing this for me. Hi, KYK Plays. Caitlin Bird. I always make sure to pronounce what I'm trying to say before I fumble it. One of my loyal viewers and friends, Shania, I always call Shania, or if I'm getting it backwards, somebody correct me. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Shania. No, I'm sorry. See, I'm getting it backwards again. It's Shania, not Shania. I'm sorry. I'm always going to get it backwards. I'm much better with faces than I am with names, and, well, that's not possible. You guys only get to, you only get to see my face. I don't get to see your faces. So how am I supposed to figure that out? Come on, what's everybody up to? My cat's sleeping on the bed. I'm playing with Legos. You guys like Legos? You have a favorite Lego set? Nowadays, in the age of 2026, everybody's got at least like one Lego set, I feel. If you're under the age of, I guess, 40, you have one Lego set or like some sort of a Lego something kicking around somewhere. If you don't, well, I guess you just threw away all of your toys when you were a kid. As you can see, I kept most of mine. Actually, these are freaking most of the Legos that we have. My mom bought. I ain't fronting like that. I've been collecting since I was a kid. Now my son gets to play with all the ones that my mom bought for me. All these characters you see right here, my mom bought them. I ain't gonna front like I got these things yesterday. But like all the main building pieces and such, I'll show you guys the other sets and things once I'm done with this clip. But you know, obviously there's a bunch of stuff that we bought over the last, I guess, 10 years with the kids and such. The Mega Blocks don't stand up too well, but that's kind of the fun thing. They look janky when they move around, and it's funny. I like to make them look super, super janky because they're not Legos. That's the whole joke I'm going for, is that they don't move like the Legos. They don't look like the Legos. They're dumb. They're stupid. They're Mega Blocks. Why did you buy the Mega Blocks when the Lego was on the shelf right next to it? Why? Because they came in these cool robot mecha suit things, and Lego wasn't making mecha suit things at the time. Me and my mom bought all of these. I can't remember which one Miguel is. I think he came in like there was a mecha snowman set. Like this mecha robot thing. And like it was just like a Antarctic robot or something. That one on the left is like a military thing. Some sort of a military thing from the same set. I'm looking at the comments. I'm turning around. Turn around. Christopher said, hi, bro. Are you gonna look? Yes, I did. I'm doing stop motion. That didn't go too well. I looked. I said hi. I communicate. I'm doing something. I'm with you. I wouldn't be live streaming if I wasn't talking. I wouldn't have the comms on. I ain't one of those folks. I hate that. Bothers me. Bothers me a lot. If you're not going to engage with people politely, why do you have your comments on? Just shoo them away, I guess. Mm-hmm. Oh, did I not get to you in time? Sorry. My bad. Doing something. This thing doesn't make noise. It'd be nice if it made a little, like, boopy noise. Maybe I gotta make it make a boopy noise every time somebody makes a comment so I know to turn around. Like, I made a little boop. So, bing! Okay, cool. Now I know to turn around. Turn around. Every now and then I push a button and it makes these bricks look like they're walking around. Turn around. Ah, word. How you doing, Christopher? If you're still around. Sorry I didn't turn around in time. It's gonna be in my head all night, Christopher, just because of you. Turn around. Every now and then I get. I don't actually know the lyrics off the top of my head. Plus, I have something else playing in my headphones, so that's distracting the heck out of me. I'm listening to the same thing I was listening to last night. I'm watching Recess, the cartoon. I like watching old cartoons while I do this. It kind of puts you in the right state of mind. I'm turning around. Yes, French toast sticks for the win. See, I'm making sure to turn around. Apparently, I didn't turn around earlier enough, and now I'm going to be singing that song all night in absolute annoyance because it's absolutely drilled into my head now. Oh, see, now I turn around and I see. What, bro, are you going to look? But the thing is, like, bro, are you going to look? It doesn't beep or anything. I got to make it beep or something. It's like I'm at work and I'm out back at the receiving dock and somebody's at the counter and there's no buzzer or anything. So the only way that I can know if somebody's at the counter is I got to be able to look all the way from the back parking lot and see if a car pulled in. That takes down my level of productivity if I'm just going to be sitting there all day looking to see if something is going to show up. This is not what this stream is about, folks. We are not going to be sitting there staring at the stream, waiting for drama to start on its own. I can do that myself if I'd like. No, for real. We had a good stream last night. That was some clutch victory royales in the Fortnite. I'm slowly converting folks to the Lego Fortnite. I will slowly convert all of you Fortnite players to Lego Fortnite you will play the bricks. You will think it's better than Minecraft. Alright, we got the shark in full rotation. The shark is now fully rotated in the scene, folks. Figure it out. Help and figure it out. Absolutely. 2026, figure it out. Alright, here. For the people. We always got to do it for the people. Oh, yeah. He's extra cozy. So fluffy. Four likes, though. 4 likes within 20 minutes. That's like, I think, the best I've ever done. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Oh, these mega blocks. Terrible. I'm going to turn around. I'm not forgetting. I'm a real person. I know that I'm live streaming. I'm focusing. Can't you see I'm doing something? I'm hitting the button. Turn around. Cool. Didn't miss anything as I can see. Gosh knows nobody missed anything on my end. Regardless of anyone watching besides that cat on the bed, I'd still be doing this. I see. Yeah, I looked. I see the eyes. I was paying attention. I'm here. All right, let's see what we have to work with. I really like how the raft looks. The raft looks like it's actually in water. That is the joke. It's supposed to look like it's floating in water, and it's a cartoon. I like the humor. I think it's funny. That looks good. That's what I was going for. I wanted this guy in the back to look like the shark hit him with his tail. Now, when you slow it down, you can see there was really no contact made, but just by the forced perspective of where it is and how quick that is, it looks like he gets tail whipped. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. We're now going to change the camera angle, and we're going to have it facing this way on the set.
Hey, that's what. Oh, what in the name of? Oh.
Miguel's voice has a voice changer on it. It's dumb. He's a Mega Block.
Oh, what in the name of? Oh, what in the name of? Oh.
Okay, let's put it all together and see how that clip looks. Now, this is just the end. Not the end, but this is a section of the entire thing. I'm kind of viewing it in chapters to say it's segments. That's a better word, segments.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel?
Each time I do a camera change, it's all one run through, and then I make sure that whole camera set is all set. I know I reset this once, so it bumps a little bit, but not much. And then I will go to the next one. So that's everything for this one. Let's see how it came out.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary. No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of? What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one.
Now, I really didn't know what to say or what to react. I tried to make a couple of different, noises or something like that, but it just didn't really sound right. That was the best take in terms of what I could use for a reaction. I feel like that works pretty well. I'm just going to go with
What are you boys doing at
how I
work
feel
so
it
early?
works.
Oh, what in the name of? Oh, what in the?
That does look a little bit too fast. I wish there was a small couple of frames more to delay it, but I did want it to be a quick thing. I wanted it to be very clear that he did not see the shark coming into frame, and they were aware that the shark was somewhere over there, that he wasn't aware of it. Obviously, they know the shark's there. That was the whole joke with Andrew saying, "Hey, how about you come over here?" Because he wanted Miguel to get eaten by the shark. You would know that from prior episodes. Nobody likes Miguel.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary. No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of? What are you boys doing at
I
work?
like that. I'm very happy with that. Dora, hey, how's it going? I know it's getting late where you're at. Dora, you straight up responded to the wow, am I that old? Short that I made faster than I could see it upload to my own channel. Just for reference. So before it was on my channel and I saw it on the channel, I clicked on it for the first time and you already commented on it. Damn, quick lunch break, huh? Okay. I definitely think I've said this aloud before, but my favorite is setting up their camera. That's my favorite part, is setting up the camera. I love moving the camera and setting it up. But before I do that, I want to take one last run. I'm going to put the whole thing together, and I'm going to let that play through one time just for giggles. If you don't have any patience, folks, you're not going to be making stop motion animation. This is the, chatting on this stream is encouraged, but, if you're here for the stop motion animation, well, I mean, Bob Ross is boring to people. I don't find Bob Ross to be boring. It's preference. Some people find him to be boring. I find him to be one of the most simplistic, talented painters to ever, do the live stream game back before there was a live stream. If anything, those kind of folks pioneered this kind of stuff, having this kind of a format.
Thanks again for bringing me to
Yeah,
work this
I'm trying
morning,
to.
Andrew. You're welcome, Mark.
See, Dora, unlike other folks, has the ability to wait maybe a minute or so for someone that's clearly doing something to turn around and have a look and read it. Unlike some folks that have the attention span of a squirrel.
Yeah, sorry, that was kind of mean.
Shout out, Dora, you the best.
This is supposed to be
I was on
the
my
dock. How am I
FYP,
supposed
so
to
I
get
watched
this to
it.
the
Oh,
kitchen?
okay, I got you.
Yeah, how did that get in the mall?
Like you just happened to,
Myself,
be right there at the moment. I got you.
have keys. We have
Yeah,
to
because
get
that
it
timing.
inside
So
and
when I
unload
put it up,
into the
that was
refrigerator
like.
before the food goes bad.
Yeah, so that would have been like just before noon. You caught it. Okay. Word.
This is an
I'm
absurd
learning. I try to
large
pay attention.
crate.
So you
What's
must
in
have
it?
just caught
Is
it
there
just
a
before
label on
noon.
your side? Quantity one
Or I'm getting
shark.
it the other way
Good
around
for
and you're
up to
later.
72 hours of transportation.
No, you said you were later, so
Look at
you
me
must have
like
caught
that. I
it
just
in
received
the
it. I don't
afternoon
cook it.
already because that was just around noon. Sorry to get hyped up on that. I'm interested in it. That's why I always keep a clock up on my live streams. I'm trying to do that more often. I know it's reversed, but at least it'll tell, oh, that's what time you're at. Okay. So forgive me, I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm going to run this through one more time.
Thanks again for bringing me to work this morning, Andrew. You're welcome, Mark. Usually Lewis opens, but our boss wanted us to both be here. Yep, I'm becoming an essential figure around this mall.
I'm reading
All
it.
you do is receive orders and wash dishes. Oh, come on.
There's one of my shorts
Sorry,
for French
that was
toast
kinda
sticks.
No, the crate.
So basically, they're like battered pieces of bread. So like take like Canadian sliced bread, like a nice thick piece of bread, and then you soak that in eggs, cinnamon, and then depending on what else you want to put in it, like you can mix it up and put some seasoning in it, whatever you're doing. But usually just eggs, cinnamon, and like some syrup in that batch too. And then you fry them up on a nice little skillet, or you bake them, depending on how you do it. Usually I do a little bit of a skillet, and then I'll like let them flip a little bit in the oven. And then we good. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm spoiled, and I'm having my missus bring them to me at work. We got a lot of little local bougie breakfast places that you can go and get something real quick. They're usually not too bad in the prices. It's the drinks that you gotta avoid, folks. If you want some financial advice to, stay cheap at the restaurants and the takeout and such, keep all your own sodas in a cooler on stock, and you have your own sodas on lock, and you take everything out takeout. That way you can only pay one thing on the tip on the cash on it. You don't have to pay on the debit card for it.
This is supposed to be out back on the dock. How am I supposed to get this to the kitchen? Yeah.
You're paying $3 for a soda. That's like $1.30 by itself, and if you buy them in bulk, they're 72 cents in bulk each.
How did that get in the mall? Myself, Lewis, and our boss are the only ones that have keys. We have to get it inside, and I have to unload it into the refrigerator before the food goes bad. This is an absurdly large crate. What's in it? Is there a label on your side? Quantity one shark. Good for up to 72 hours of transportation? Don't look at me like that. I just received it. I don't cook it. How could that shark have...
I've said it before, but if it seems quiet, we go back and we add all sound effects later. So our first completion of the entire thing through will just be voice recordings only. All sound effects are added after.
Been in the crate. Its vertebrae is made out of cartilage.
I'm going to have it, slapping all around on the floor. I'm going to have it hit the door. I'm going to have a light chomping sound. And we're going to live stream all those effects. I'm reading back. $3? Yeah, no, dude, like the Mexican place I go to, I've made shorts of them before, so I don't want to like badmouth them, but I'll say it like really positively. They have very good, cheap food, like very reasonably priced. I always give them a good tip. Heck, I usually throw a $5 in there, and I'm only getting like maybe 2 meals at that. But yeah, they're asking like $2.85 for a soda, maybe, and then with tax, it's like $3.20. No. I'm gonna get a takeout, and I'm gonna open the cooler of all these I have chilling in my truck. No, thank you. Plus, this time of year, it's that perfect time of year. You got to be wary of it because it gets really cold. But this time of year, you can keep a cooler in the back of the truck of beverages, and it's that perfect temperature where they're not exploding and they stay cool. So usually in the morning, I just throw a whole cooler in the back of my truck, and I'm off to work with everything in there, and it's fine throughout the day as long as you throw an ice pack in there.
How is it still alive? It's sad on the leg.
I know I'm pausing it again, but Dory, that's funny that you brought up that subject about the green haired gentleman. Do you Ethan? I don't know if I've seen you around here. Yes, you can be a mod, but admittedly, there have been folks here that I've seen longer that I need to add, like Shania. Shania needs to be added as a mod, but I'm happy to make you a mod someday. I don't remember talking to you before, but I do feel like I've seen you around here before. Forgive me if I'm just making assumptions, okay? I try my best to keep track of names. Oh, yeah? Yeah, do you know about that whole green hair thing? Like, do you know what's up with that? Because I really don't want to, like, live stream gossip, but it's not like it's all out there. Yeah. What you up to? What you into? Obviously, somehow you got here because of animation, so I do Lego animation and all sorts of down. Oh, dude, Dora, I almost don't want to. Okay. So the way that I view this stuff now is, my mom loved Jerry Springer. You might even catch her in the back of the set. Jerry, and maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Nowadays, I really do feel as though like certain live platforms have completely replaced what we've lost with that format. And man, I gotta tell you, sometimes you come across some gems on here and you're just watching it and you're going, okay, when's this train wreck gonna? And sure enough, man, it happens. And then you just like, okay, I can't, as the entertainment consumer, feel bad because you are publicly putting this out there for consumption. Therefore, we are going to enjoy it as entertainment, and yes, we're going to laugh at it. And yeah, we're going to use it to make ourselves feel better about our own sanity in our lives. Because some people, man, you sometimes, you ever just go through live streams and you're just like, okay, somebody's like putting on an act, or somebody's vibing, or like, man, what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen on live stream? Catch me with something. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen on live stream? Because, like, the weirdest thing I've ever seen on live stream was some Indian dude, like, alone in the woods in, like, a road that had nothing around it in the fog, and he was doing push-ups. Like, I've seen weirder things, but just in terms of, like, I can't explain what the hell I'm seeing, that was the weirdest one. I've seen definitely much weirder things, but this is YouTube, so it tends to be, I said it out loud. I messed up. You can't say the, you're not supposed to actually say the platform. That's a thing I'm learning about being a streamer now. You can't say the platform. I call myself a streamer. But, yeah, I do realize that this platform is actually extremely proactive about making sure that you don't get content that's not graded to the standards of what you'd be seeing on the platform. Like, you want to go see some grotesque stuff, go on Newgrounds, but that's a platform where you have an adult's, basically it's everything, and then you have, adult content that's on there, and people create freaking disturbing stuff. Most of the time you're going to get, just what you would expect in terms of adult rated content, but then you're going to get really disturbing stuff that you don't really feel like anybody else should see, and you're trying to flag it so that it gets off there and it doesn't go to anybody else. I'm ready. What we got? What you got? Throw the stuff at me, Dora. What you got? That was probably the weirdest thing I've seen on YouTube. Some people cutting fish in India. Yeah, that's been coming up a lot lately. So which ones are you getting with the fish cutters? Are you getting the ones that like are doing like the swordfish, or are you getting these weird ones that are those hooks, where it's the weird hook and they're going up them like that? I'm curious as to which Indian fish dock workers are you getting? Because I'm assuming it's the fish hook ones, because they seem to have a whole bunch of them on a line, and they get all the fish, and they do like what? They must do hundreds of things a day. The hooks, I knew it, dude. We are seasoned YouTube. Fry Central Station, folks. You want some good content? You want some good live streams? I don't care. I'm not here for my own benefit. Throw out some suggestions of things you like. I will throw out any sort of names in any sort of context. You want to get some cringe content? I'm happy to name some stuff. You want to get some stuff that you want to go get in a political fight with people? Ugh, I was getting some guy would I fight some. I didn't get in like a fight because I don't like to troll people like that, but I try to like get into people's comms and like see if they'll notice and like actually interact with me positively. And then I try to wait until I can counter them on a point and see how they react. And as soon as I counter them on a point, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna snap. 9 times out of 10 that person's gonna snap and immediately go into some sort of a fit about that I'm going some. I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to give this moron credit. And like he's actually a really, I wouldn't say famous person, but just in terms of like, he's actually a Googleable person. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you're live streaming. If you're a Googleable person and you've been a Googleable person since let's call it the 80s, and you're live streaming, I don't take anything you're going to be saying as beneficial to me. That's what you should be feeling about me. Unless you want to do animation, of course. I can show you how to do this. I think I was right about here.
Back, cover me.
Hey guys, morning. Oh.
This time in New Hampshire, it's cold. You don't see too many people. So if I seem like I'm talking and I'm actually being really responsive with people, it's because I'm not seeing as much people in public as I usually would. We need more snow, folks. Snow makes money.
Louis, quick, close the door. Oh, come on, Louis, you let it out. We need to get that shark back in the crate before people start showing up at the mall.
We have another 20 minutes or so. Better get started.
Here, we all need to be wearing life jackets. How do you expect to get the shark back in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel?
So I want to watch that transition a couple of times. I want to see how that transition looks, because I think it's a little jarring. I'm gonna watch it a couple times. Just that last bit right there where it goes from.
Better get started.
Here, we all need to be wearing life jackets.
Here to here.
How do you expect
Sorry, this
to
next
get the shark
next
back
clip.
in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
What are you?
We all need to be wearing life jackets. The rest.
So now I know I left the raft in the same position where it was when I put the camera on the opposite side of the set. I'm just really trying to visually see that doesn't look goofy. Because that is kind of a jarring transition that you're going from completely horizontal to vertical like that. But
we need to get that shark.
I would have liked to have done something slower and rotated a bit, but I'm not at that level yet where I have that kind of a camera and I have that kind of a rig where I can set it on some sort of a stand and swivel it.
How do you expect to get the shark back in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
Because how that camera jumps like that, I think is a little bit jarring to me, but meh. I mean, it's fine. It's not gonna put people off.
Work so early.
What's up? I know this is a bit of a top. No, please, this is what we're talking about. What's up? Oh no, we've talked about the Hot Wheels cars. I love Hot Wheels cars. I've been collecting since just as long as Legos. I put my personal favorite ones on the wall there. And I'm gonna dork out. I have duplicates, so the ones I'm really saving of these are in boxes. I have
So this entire little closet over here is completely filled with boxes on the top there, and then this whole bureau to the left is Legos, and then unboxed Hot Wheels that are my Hot Wheels that my son is not allowed because he has his own Hot Wheels. And then I have a vaulted collection, and I don't want to. I've already talked about my vault. I have a good collection of autographs and stuff that I'm really, really happy to have collected over the years. There's things that are worth more than money. It's autographs from people, and you know, if it says like, you know, best wishes, Eric, or something like that. Oh shit, I just said my own name. Whatever. My name's Eric. I've said it before. But you know, it says best wishes, Eric on it. I'll just say it. I have an autograph from Carly Simon. I met Carly Simon when I was a little kid, and she gave me an autograph, and it says best wishes on it. In one of her little books or something. When I say kid, I mean kid. But yeah, I met a few people like that.
Thanks again for bringing me.
No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Okay, so I'm happy with everything. Let's start changing the camera. Let's get into it. Vibes in this bitch. Well, it's been good. Yeah, you know, get some rest, do your thing. Gosh knows we're in a different time zone. I am going to be making more clips of our 4-night round last night. I just wanted to clip that one real quick while I had a second at lunch. I'll clip some more stuff. I gotta clip some stuff with Luke too. At some point or another, we'll exchange emails or something. We'll figure it out. We'll get with it, and then we'll get off this platform in terms of communication. We'll figure it out, okay? 2026, baby. Figure it out. Figure it out. Last year was 2025. Stay in your lane. This year is 2026. Figure it out. We'll figure it out this year, everybody. We don't know what we're going to figure it out, but gosh darn it, we're going to figure it out, everybody. We are going to get there. Excuse me. Forgive my silence. I'm just really thinking about where I want to, because I really want to show off this new area that I added to the mall in terms of you've never seen this on an episode. This area on my left here. This has already been built, but this was an addition that I've added to it. And I really want to show off a little more scope of it. But I don't know if I want to go from here. We'll get a little more on there. Well, no, that works. It's good. But I don't know if I want to go from this corner looking this way or if I want to go from this corner looking this way. So let's throw the camera down there and just have a look at things. Poke around a little bit. Investigate. I'm not really happy with that. I want to go the other direction. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be this left corner over here. Okay, well that's terrible in terms of we're going to see the roof, and we don't want to see the roof. So how am I going to get an angle down on this? This is where it's going to get fun, guys. So now we need to make sense of where our things are. So first, this one's inconsequential. We can add him to frame. We've already established that that character is running the opposite direction and Miguel's running this way. So he's out of frame. We don't have to worry about him being in this scene. The next thing I need to do, and for the camera make it easier, I need to move this lamp. I've been using these as lamps. I don't know. I like them. I think they look cool. I need to move that so I can put the camera in the corner, and then I need to point the camera down. I need to remember where it was, so I'm going to put this yellow brick here, and I'm going to remember that it was up in front of it. That's going to help me. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this base plate, or what I like to call a base plate. These, I think, are from the Lego soccer sets.
Those are probably my favorite sets of all time, in my opinion. I have a mini mock version of it set up, but not the full thing. I think at one point I had 3 Lego soccer sets because I ended up getting 2 of them for. I got 1 for a birthday, and then I got 2 of them for Christmas that year, and I ended up combining 2 of them, and now there's like a mini mock one on my son's table. So I need to move these a little bit. Well, the next time I do voice recording, I have to remember that I have a clock in here, and that's the only reason that I'd have to move that clock, because it's going to come up on the mic. Excuse me. Turn around. Every now and then I check the comments to make sure people aren't freaking out that they're not getting attention. Meow? Okay, that'll work. Okay, that's looking really good. I like that. How far up can I get on there before you're going to see the back wall? That is going to be no good. So, right about... So I almost need to be right below the doorway so that you don't catch any illusion. The last thing you want to do is spend the entire time making a whole scene. And I know it's not going to reflect well. And then you notice right there. So here's wall of the set. That's the back wall of the set. Right there is my wall. And if I had the camera like this and I sat here for an hour and just kept hitting the button and didn't look up there, I would now go back and see that the entire illusion of this set is broken because you can see the back wall here. I've now wasted all of my time. How do I know that? Because I've learned that the hard way. Sitting for 2 hours trying to make, one scene, and then you look up and go, oh, look, I ran the cord in the background, and the cord is in the set, and it wiggles multiple times as I am moving characters around. You definitely have to waste a lot of time to start being very productive with doing animation in general, not even just stop motion. You have to waste so much time just absolutely goofing around and learning how you see things in your format, no matter what it is. Because if you don't have the patience or even the enthusiasm to do that on your own, why the hell are you doing it? You're not doing any. Yeah, no, that's just there's no need to elaborate on that further. Like even the ones I posted when I was 15 years old, like they're actually not that bad in terms of like set control. I was a real stickler for that. I like trying to immerse these characters in their little world. It's just a brick life, man. It's all about these bricks. Get these bricks. Get this cheddar. Better get this cheddar. This bread. This cat licking himself on the bed. Hi, kitty. Kitty's on the other side. Let me just have a quick look here. I'm gonna need some clear bricks to get Miguel up there, but I don't even think I need clear bricks. I might be able to cheat this in one of the most extreme ways possible. We talked about these before. You ever OG Star Wars, before they took away all the fun stuff, they used to have the spaceships on basically sticks, you know? Think of it like the same thing. It's a Lego version. So I think I might be able to work with this existing fixture here in the scene. I might be able to stick this on that fixture. I might have to use two of them, but I think this is going to work. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Oh, I can hide it right there. Okay, that's actually... Yeah, this is going to work out pretty well, folks. I think I can make this work. So I'm going to the old box of tricks here. There we go, that works. Yeah, I think we have a successful rig here, folks. I think that's gonna work out just well. Sorry, the remote timed out. I think I gotta go up one brick higher. Yeah, I need an extra little booster brick. Just go one whole brick. I think one entire brick should do that. That should get the job done, I say. I say! La la la. Hello! If anybody gets that reference. So I want to turn that just a little bit. So do you see that? You don't really see it. You can just barely see it right there. But the way that it is, you're not gonna see it. So I'm using that piece as an effective way to get the character to climb up the side of that. Because I want him to climb up the side and be out of the shark range zone. And then I'm gonna have the shark go back and attack the raft. Then I'm gonna have the shark go after the only other thing it can try to get. It's gonna swim around and go chomp chomp chomp. Oh no, I can't get you. Chomp 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 chomp. No, can't eat you. And it's gonna see this one last guy. And it's gonna go after him and chomp him. Gonna chomp him real good. Oh, actually, I guess that was just an extra one. I thought that was the one I took off earlier. Alright, so let's have a look at where I was with the scene. Now, this is going to be very difficult because the character is not going to be walking on the actual pegs. The character is going to be walking on a smooth surface. But thankfully, he's going to be scrambling away from a shark, so it's going to justify a lot of frantic movement on my behalf that I can justify. And as I've said already, this is a Mega Block character. I have a little running joke that the Mega Blocks are in the Lego world in this, but you'd have to watch the show to get the whole shtick. So I need to explain it if the show will do it for me. Now, there's a lot of cheating I can get away with on this scene because it is supposed to be a very fast. He's frantically trying to get away from this shark. So I can kind of cheat with a lot of the movement and frantically get this character through this area. So we'll run it back and we'll see how it looks. I don't think it's going to look too bad because I'm also cheating and I'm using this shark to cover my character's movement. So that you even get the extra added effect of you can't see the character's legs move because the shark's in the way. So that removes movement that you're expecting because of the fact you're not seeing it. It's blocked by a shark. Okay, this is where it's going to get difficult because this is a Mega Block and it's not going to cooperate. So I think this is going to look effective. Okay, so I'll spin him a little bit. Now, the flower being moved can be excused, but we have to make sure that once the shark passes through the flower, that the flower no longer moves. We can't just have the flower moving by itself without the shark hitting it. Makes perfect sense if the flower moves when the shark is passing by it, but if that opposite flower on this side is just woohoo waving around, what? That doesn't make any sense. No. It's just gonna take away from the whole thing. Okay, close his mouth. And that being kind of a dramatic jump there, I want to try to get this shark's fin as... Okay, that's perfect. That'll work just the way it is. Now, that's a great effect right there. The character is actually like a pretty decent ways away from behind that, but just from the camera angle, it looks like he's climbing up it. Ah, dang it. It's okay. We'll be fine. We'll make it through.
Mm. Yeah, I'll move the raft after. I'm not gonna move it into scene now. I was thinking about moving the raft into scene there for a moment, but it's not worth it. I'm just establishing that I'm eliminating one character from the scene. This is what this shot is. It's saying this character is now out of the scene. He's not a part of the rest of what's transpiring. He will jump back down when everything else is complete. Where did Miguel go? He was hiding on top of this centerpiece on the mall. He was hiding on top of it because he's a coward, because he's a Mega Block, and he has no spine, and he can't stand up straight, and he can't rotate his hands. Janky Mega Block. Oops, shark's head came off. Okay, so all I want is that you can clearly see that his feet are right there. So I just want to establish that he's still there. I don't have to move him anymore. Now he's up there, that's done. We're done with him. Now I just want the shark to freak out and clearly be upset that he's up there and he can't do anything about it. And then I want the shark to take off another direction. Turn around. Okay, nobody. What's up? This is what I do. What you do? You got any good hobbies that you like doing at the end of the day? I got a bunch of different hobbies. Let's be one of them. You ever have something you wanted to do when you were a kid and hoped you'd have space or room or equipment to be able to do it when you were older? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. No going back now. I like that. That looks good. It's very clear, very well established. I wish it was a little bit slower, but I had to really goal out him moving up there very quickly because you can even see the shadow in the background of the extra bricks going up on there, but that can kind of be excused as Miguel's character. If anything, it actually kind of helps a little bit to his movement to establish that he moved up there. Now, admittedly, everything around that looks good. The camera didn't move. I like how the shark kind of peruses back through there. I do wish I kind of took an extra second to establish that that's Miguel there, but I think with this, you should be able to get the idea that that's him. Let's see here. Let's put it together and run it, see how it looks. It's the only way we're going to know. How long have I been doing this? I'm over an hour now. I might log off and come back on and play video games. Who knows? Who knows? I'm moving the camera right now, so admittedly I could use a snack. Okay, so let's look at that last bit of it. Wow, we're at 2 minutes of animation here, folks.
Showing up at the mall.
You have another 20 minutes or so. Better get started.
Here, we all need to be wearing life jackets. How do you expect to get the shark back in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no
Hi,
one
Ziggy.
appreciates your appearances
Hello,
or your
Ziggy.
commentary.
No, wait,
Hello,
we
Ziggy.
actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't
Hello,
trust
Ziggy.
like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Yes,
Thanks
I have
again
not
for
given
bringing
you
me to work
attention
this
for
morning.
5 minutes. Hello,
You're
Ziggy.
welcome, Mark. Usually Lewis opens, but our boss wanted us to both be here. Yeah,
If I try to pick him up, he's just gonna run
All
away.
you do is receive orders and wash dishes. Oh,
Who's a
come
boy?
on! Yeah, I'm sorry, that was kind of mean. No, the crate! This is supposed to be out back
Boy.
on the dock. How am
Over
I
here.
supposed to get this to
Over
the
here.
kitchen? Yeah, how
Over
did
here.
that get in the mall?
Got him.
Myself, Lewis, and
I
our
got
boss are the only ones
I
with
got
the
him.
keys.
Oh,
We have to get it
It's
inside.
25
and
pounds of
out
cat
to
right
unload it
there.
in the refrigerator before the food goes
oh,
bad.
you stop. Arrgh. Meow. But you want attention. This is what you wanted.
Crate. What's in
That
it?
is what
Is
you
there a
wanted.
label on your side?
See, you're all rubbing against my leg and you haven't gone away.
Up to
You've
72
proven my
hours of
point.
Transportation? Don't look at me like that. I just receive it. I don't cook it. How could that shark have been in the crate? Its vertebrae is made out of cartilage. How is it still alive? It said on the label, up to 72 hours of transportation. We have to get it back in the crate and get it out of here. I keep emergency supplies for occasions like this out back. Cover me.
Hey guys, morning. Oh.
Lewis, quick, close the door. Oh, come on, Lewis, you let it out? We need to get that shark back in the crate before people start showing up at the mall.
You have another 20 minutes or so. Better get started.
Here, we all need to be wearing life jackets. How do you expect to get the shark back in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary.
No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Thanks
I
again
like
for
that.
being-
Everything looks good on that.
Hey, that's my goon that's in that crate. Let him out.
Miguel, say one more word. We're putting you in the crate with him.
Moving this crate in and out's not that hard. How are we supposed to get it all the way out of the mall without a forklift? Moving the
You guys are forgetting. I have the vacuum cleaner working here now. Now come on, let's get it all back to the return dock. Because I am not throwing this in the dumpster if it goes bad. Now come on, let's get it.
Oh, what in the name of...
Okay, I use an audio clip. That was on the end of it. I ad-libbed that one.
What are you boys?
Okay, let's see here. Ooh, we got 5 likes. Love it. I was kind of thinking of maybe stopping and playing video games, but all of a sudden there's 2 people in here, so I think I'm going to keep vibing. I'm going to move the camera and set up for the next shot. So where we're at, that's the last shot there.
How do
I should play it from this.
Boys doing at work so early.
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary.
No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Okay, cool. So I'm happy with that. Now let's remember earlier, folks, we took a lamp out of the scene. We have to return that to the scene. The scene of the crime, folks. Okay, so back to live so you can see it. Yep, that's live. So here comes the camera and we're moving. Oh, see? My favorite's the bar over here. That's my favorite part of it. Like the benches. That's what I mean by this is my favorite part of setting up the camera. Because when you start like getting in corners like this, and like areas over here, especially right here, you get lost in the set a little bit. Like that bar took me a couple of times to get it right. And even then I still have these little cups down here. They fell over at some point when I was moving the set, and I don't want to take the whole thing out and do it all over again, so I'm just not gonna. They will forever be knocked over. I don't care. I'm not taking that whole thing apart just to get the cups that somehow fell over in there. I almost moved that yellow piece and forgot. I almost did. That's where we're going to put the lamp back because that's part of the set. That is... Would be weird if there was a bench somewhere in the set and, you know, you turn back and it's not there on the next scene. Oops. Oh, that actually landed on the shelf below. That worked out. Okay, so I'm already looking at that, and that needs base plates. That needs base plates for days. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing something. I'm reading the comments. I read them. Hey man, just passing by, but just wanted to say, hey, the stop motion you're doing. Thank you. Appreciate that, Zealand Kiwi. Zealand Kiwi. Is the kiwi after the is the kiwi a fruit? Is the kiwi after a fruit or the bird? I'm assuming you mean bird, like New Zealand kiwi. Like the kiwi birds, right? Appreciate the nice commentary. Yeah, cool. That's a bird. Ah. This is a cat. You're the one that keeps rubbing up against my legs. Don't be meowing like I'm abusing you in some way. Those are lies. Those are false meows of accusation, sir. You just want me to sit on the couch and play video games and give you pets as he rolls around with his toys. Here. As he rolls around with his cat toys. Because he desperately wants me to stop during my activities and play with him because I'm down in his domain. Oops, sorry, I hit it twice. It might sound abusive, but he's kept down here in the basement, but he has his own bed. One of us doesn't do too good with cat hair, so that's the only way he can exist. But that's okay. He likes it down here. And he's an outside cat too, so we can't let him outside because upstairs because he might bring us presents and leave them in our bed. And sometimes the presents move. And by sometimes I mean when he doesn't finish them. This time of year though, it's cold outside, so he's mainly inside most of the time. He just runs outside to use the restroom. I've said this before, but no litter box. He has no litter box, folks. He is a strictly outside creature in that aspect. And that is not from training. He just flat out refused to use it. And after about, I don't know, maybe a year of him going out in winter and, well, I mean, a whole season of him going out in winter and never touching the thing, I said, forget it. I'm not having this anymore. He hasn't had a litter box in, has it been 5 years? Yeah, no litter box in 5 years. It's been longer than that, actually. I'm sorry to every cat owner that has to scoop cat poop. I'm sorry to all of you. I hate scooping cat poop. Nobody likes scooping cat poop. What's worse than scooping cat poop is the litter box in of its existence itself having to take up space in wherever it is. Because that's worse than the cat poop. I could scoop the cat poop and have no problem with that. It's the existence of having to make space for the cat to have its own bathroom. And usually it's someplace where it's inconvenient to you, like a stinky closet or a basement or your own bathroom in some cases. And like the humidity from your shower, man, oh, forget it, dude. Ugh. I don't even want to think about that. I've usually gotten pretty lucky in terms of where I live with cats, and I have some sort of a closet or, the basement where I can keep his litter box. That's kind of crappy with the camera angle. I gotta pull that back and aim that down. I don't like where it is. Gotta pull it back, aim it down. Kiwi bird. Love it. Kiwi bird, I love it. I think I could put this right here and that will work. Okay, I'm digging this. I like this. This is, hey, wake up. Where'd oh, it's right in front of me. There we go. So where is this black line? See, paying attention. This black line up here is the top of the set, so I don't want to see this black line in my camera, otherwise I'm breaking the illusion. You're going to see the transition wall here, you break the illusion. So for my own angling, again, I've mentioned that I have colors around here. That's not just for, because I just picked a bunch of stuff. It's to visually help me with the camera to understand that this black wall, if I see this top black line here, my camera's up too high. It needs to be pushed down because I shouldn't see that at any point. It's going to break the illusion that they're in this little world. It goes from them being in their own little world to being on some dude's desk. Takes the whole experience away. Not experience, illusion, I would say. That's a better word. Illusions. Ethereal illusions. I can't say that word to save my life. Oh yeah, that's right. Miguel's not in the scene anymore. I can get him out of there. That helps. That helps a lot, actually.
pandemonium. It's what's black and white and red all over. Hello. I do turn around. Thank you for giving me the patience to turn around. Just Lemmy Koopa. Yo, my son plays Super Smash Brothers, and he switches the Bowser Koopa Kid to Lemmy. Oh, Mario Kart too, Lemmy. I'm a dry bones man myself, but those are both small characters, so kind of the same roadhouse, huh? Appreciate the likes. What you up to? This is my hobby. I got a lot of different hobbies. This is one of them. This time of year when it's colder, more hobbies inside. When it gets warmer, hobbies outside. I'd love to go to the skate park, but it's frozen. So forgive me, I'm just trying to figure out where this guy was standing. I'm trying to get an idea of where he was standing last. The camera turns.
You be wearing life jackets.
How do you expect to
I'm
get the
looking.
shark
Yo.
back in the crate?
Get me a
What's
walk,
up?
sorry.
I'm
I'll
new.
do the rest.
Hi,
What are you
Ethan.
boys doing at work
I'm
so
good.
early?
Thanks for stopping in.
No one appreciates your appearances or your
I
commentary.
do Lego stop motion
Wait,
animation
we
and a
actually
bunch
could
of
use
other
your help,
stuff.
Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
It's a fun hobby. I like sharing it with the world. Appreciate it.
Thanks again for bringing me to work.
We could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where this character was standing.
Name of...
No.
Because we don't want him... He doesn't need to be standing in the same area because we've
appreciates your
changed the
appearances or your
scene.
commentary.
No, wait.
So it
actually could
excuses
use your
him
help,
moving a
Miguel.
little bit. Now you are going to see them randomly jump up and down, but these guys are Mega Blocks. That's the whole joke. They don't... They're
Can you come over
glitchy.
here?
That's the joke. You ever see Wreck-It Ralph? Glitching. What are you playing? I'm not playing. I'm making stop motion animation. But what am I using on terms of a play platform? Yes, I am holding a PlayStation remote, so I agree with that question. I'm using Sony iCreate to make Lego animation. Appreciate it. Thank you. Now, see, that's why I'm on here on live stream, because I'm glad you think it's fun. Your algorithm has brought you to the correct person. Congratulations. You're using your algorithm correctly, and it has found you cool content. Much obliged. I do other stuff, too. I do car content. I don't want to immediately flex my car, but there's a picture of it. That's mine. Thank you. I've been doing this since I was, in terms of making animation, not on this platform. I've been doing this since I was 14. I am going to be moving off of this platform. Long story short, I'm married to this platform right now, so I'm just finishing a couple of movies. And pretty soon we're going to be redoing this whole thing, and I'm going to be bringing the desktop computer downstairs. And we're going to get this all squared away differently. But right now, this is the way that I've always done it, so I'm just going to continue doing it the way that I've done it. And admittedly, I like doing it as a hobby, and once I start getting to a level where I'm producing 1080p animation, you want to see some cool Lego content, go check out Star Brick Studios. I'll say it slower. Star Brick Studios. One word for Star Brick. He produces amazing Lego stop motion animation. High quality stuff. High quality stuff. I don't even have the patience to produce that. I don't. You watch my other videos, you'll see I bump things. The camera gets knocked over a little bit. Light flashes a little bit here and there. In terms of, sometimes I'll knock that lamp up there and it changes it a little bit. Could you imagine sitting here for an hour and a half, moving these little guys around? Not these Legos. This is a particular episode with Mega Blocks, forgive me. But
moving these little guys around just to find out that there's a random lamp post in the background that you hit, and it bumped just a little bit, and now all that's trash. You have to throw it away. And that's the big difference between computer animation and, physical animation. Computer animation, you make a mistake, you just go back, you edit it, go right back to that exact frame, you edit it. This, it's all trash, everything. I wasted a whole hour of, maybe 5 to 10 seconds worth of animation, and it's gone. You go back on and do it all over again. To get back into animating, it's probably going to take hours. Well, I mean, I'm also here, and I appreciate that, but I'm also here to chat. Whatever I really do need to get done for myself, I'll do it off of chat, and I appreciate that. I did do some of the voice lines the other night off of stream because we were playing Fortnite, so I came home and knocked out a couple of voices and made sure, just in general, I had it set up for the next night.
Hey, that's my goon that's in that crate. Let him out.
Miguel, say one more word. We're putting you in the crate with him. Miguel, say one more word.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, if you think this is cool, go check out Starbrick Studios. I love shouting out people that make better content than me that I watch. I also lend a voice to him. I'm in a couple of different episodes, plus a couple of upcoming episodes that I'm not going to spoil for him. Here, we'll watch the whole thing. Give me a second to have a soda real quick, pet the kitty, go blow my nose. You're going to hear a really loud fog nose sound effect. I'll give you a preview real quick. Do I have a paper towel? Yes, I do. Okay, here it comes. Ready? That's my nose. I can't deal with it. I'm going to move this closer so you can see it. Obviously, you can tell by the clock, unfortunately. You know what? I'll reverse the camera for you right here. There we can see it on a true playthrough, the way that it actually is. This is the way that it truly is. Now you can see the clock is correct. I got 7 likes. This is the best I've gotten so far. I might go to 3 hours if I keep getting likes like this. Okay, so forgive me. I'll take a quick. As you can see from the top here, this is about 2 minutes of content. I can hear it from down here in my rec room. Well, rec area, I should say. So I'll let it run, and I'm just gonna use the restroom, run back here real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna let that run. I hear it. I'll be right back. Before I hit the play button, I do want to say one thing very clearly. I only do our first recording through with vocals only. All sound effects get added afterwards. So if you're seeing things and it's quiet and like the shark, where's the shark at right now? I haven't started shooting so I can move him. Yeah, I haven't started shooting. Like, the shark's going to have an effect, a sound moving around. But that will all be added later. We add all sound effects post. When you're doing the animation, you match up to the voice. I've always wondered how this works and all right. Word. See, that's what I'm here for, Ethan. That is why we are doing this animation stream, and that's exactly what I meant by I'm here to answer questions and such. I'm doing it on a very simple platform, a very, very simple platform. And I am not doing it in any way to a perfectionist level. I'm doing it to my own perfection level. All right, run it through. Here I go.
Thanks again for bringing me to work this morning, Andrew.
You're welcome, Mark. Usually Lewis opens, but our boss wanted us to both be here.
Yep, I'm becoming an essential figure around this mall.
All you do is receive orders and wash dishes.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was kind of mean.
No, the crate! This is supposed to be out back on the dock. How am I supposed to get this through the kitchen?
Yeah, how did that get in the mall? Myself, Lewis, and our boss are the only ones that have keys.
We have to get it inside, and I have to unload it into the refrigerator before the food goes bad.
This is an absurdly large crate. What's in it?
Is there a label on your side?
Quantity 1 shark. Good for up to 72 hours of transportation?
Don't look at me like that. I just receive it. I don't cook it.
How could that shark have been in the crate?
Its vertebrae is made out of cartilage.
How is it still alive?
It said on the label, up to 72 hours of transportation. We have to get it back in the crate and get it out of here. I keep emergency supplies for occasions like this out back. Cover me.
Hey guys, morning. Oh.
Louis, quick, close the door. Oh, come on, Louis, you let it out? We need to get that shark back in the crate before people start showing up at the mall.
We have another 20 minutes or so. Better get started.
Here, we all need to be wearing life jackets. How do you expect to get the shark back in the crate? Get me alongside it, I'll do the rest.
What are you boys doing at work so early?
Miguel, no one appreciates your appearances or your commentary. No, wait, we actually could use your help, Miguel. Can you come over here?
I don't trust like that. What are you boys up to? Oh, what in the name of...
Thanks again for bringing me to work.
Thank
this
you. I
morning,
appreciate
Andrew.
that, Ethan.
You're welcome, Mark. Usually, Luke.
But as I said, I do this at a hobby level. I've never entered my animation into a contest or anything like that. And I do hope to one day get at the level of Starbrick Studios and enter my animation. Excuse me. I just got a bit of a dry nose. I do hope to one day make a an animation video that I could actually enter into a contest and really think that it might actually win. That's not what these are for. These are fun videos that I watch with my kids. And I make them and I watch them with my kids before they go to bed. That's what these are for. They used to be for I wanted to make them. Now that's pretty much what they've done to take over. It's a really... I mean, you know, it's kind of like painting. You know, you get to paint and, you know, you have a painting afterwards and you can give it to somebody or you can hang it on the wall. You know, here you go. Here's the thing I worked on for a couple of days. But in this case, I mean, if I really wanted to crunch and like actually sit down, jobless, kidless, and make one of these and like really make a production video that would be like, say, 10 minutes long, 2 months. About 2 months. 2 months of work. Easy. Not including weekends. If I added weekends, I could probably crunch and get it done in a month. But 2 months. 2 months. No, thank you. Your anime is really good. I really appreciate that. Meow. I've always got my cat harassing me. In a positive way. Harassing in a loving way. He's down here in the basement with me. I know. You want me to go sit on the couch? I might go let him upstairs. Just for a little bit. Sometimes I'll let him upstairs when he's getting like this. Yeah. Don't believe me? See? He just wants me to go give him the pets. My hobby is actually trying to work on some RC... Oh, I follow a bunch of people that do that. Forgive me for forgetting what his name is. There's one gentleman that I follow that builds, drones and all sorts of stuff. We actually, we got a little RC buggy that my kid plays around, but nothing, nothing like hobby level what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about in terms of hobby level. There's a difference between a kid's RC toy buggy with a little suspension thing with a screwdriver and, actually having, one that you're building all the way up from the frame. Are they off-road ones or are they, like our on-road ones? RC models, and I've been trying to make hitches. Okay, so I'm assuming off-road models like trucks and trailers. Dude, there's a guy that goes to car meets. And he live streams with a little RC. I think it's a Chevy Blazer, but he brings a couple of different ones. And it has a trailer behind it, and he's got a little live stream camera on it, and he drives around with the thing on the back of it. Dang, I wish I could remember all their names off the top of my head. Okay, so I think it's gonna be okay, and I haven't lost track. I've been paying attention and thinking. I think it's gonna be okay that I cheat this a little bit.
I want this character to be in here, and I want it to slam the doors closed as if it's going to hide in there and get away from the shark. But I also don't want it to seem too quick from the other camera change. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it will look in context from where both characters were running. You saw this character go that way, and you saw the other character go that way when the shark went this way. It needs to make sense, because if I take this character and I put him all the way on this side over here, well, how did he run from here to there in a second? That doesn't add up. That doesn't quite make sense. A character doesn't just, woo, and it's over there. Character's got to move. But if you turn and the character's, there was a door and now the character's standing in it, that's much more digestible for your eye. It doesn't jar you as much. I'm working on a 1984 GMC crawler and off-roaders. Yep, hit it right on the money. Here, I'm just gonna make sure if you've got subscribers on to have that on, because I subscribe back. But I made sure to just take a screenshot of that, so if you've got videos of that, I'll see those. Cool. You can ask if there's anybody else that hops up in here. I follow anybody that's got subscribers on. If you make stuff, I'll see it. And I will comment. If I don't have anything good to say, I won't say it. And I might even just give you a like because you're following me. And I'm a G like that. But I'm not going to say anything bad. But most of the time, all the stuff that I see that people are following me make cool stuff. Starbrick Studios, San Diego Shit. San Diego Shit's got some awesome videos. That shit with an exclamation point in the eye, not the actual word shit. MLC Customs, if you like checking out car videos. Ah, dang it. There's this group of people that I follow that's got a whole RC excavators and dump trucks in their basement. And like they have a little rollout and stuff, and they just sit down there and play with their excavators and dump trucks all day. Some cool stuff, man. Here, I'll make videos on the RC I made. Yeah. I'm glad I inspired you, man. I figured you already had videos the way you were chatting about it. And just politely speaking. But, as somebody on a creator platform, I would kind of assume that, wouldn't I? I would kind of assume that, just in terms of, I would think somebody would have videos if they were talking about it. I'm talking about Legos, I got Lego videos. I'm talking about Volkswagens, I got a Volkswagen. Talking about Peterbilt's got a Peterbilt. Talking about cats, I got a cat. Right on cue. That's my boy. Can I get a meow? That's my boy. You want to sit on a chair? You want to sit on a chair and stare at me? Now you're going to stay on the floor and lick yourself? Radio cat. Now I'm also going to really cheat, and I'm going to get the character to be holding the door in mid-frame like he had just entered it, and he's about to slam the door shut, and that's when you're going to be introduced to him in this shot. And again, this is a Mega Block. This is not a Lego. Legos are much more cooperative. These Mega Blocks are terrible. They'll fight you and flop around all over the place. So now you see him in the door. I'm going to let him stand there for a lot of frames and kind of watch this scenario go down. The shark's going to try to bite the raft. Mark's going to poke it, not stab it, because I do not believe in violence against sharks. Do not believe in violence against sharks. Sharks are innocent. What the hell were you doing in their ocean? It's your fault you got bit. If I get hit by a bull, what was I doing in the bullpen? If I got bit by a piranha, why was I in piranha-filled waters? That if the cat scratches me, why was I touching his belly? I should know these things. Now, the real question is it going to be believable? This is going to be a fun scene for me because I'm trying to think about if this is going to work. Because I don't know if this is close enough for you to get the idea that this guy is going to get knocked back into the crate. I have already established in the beginning that that is a crate. And I do kind of want to do a close-up. Remote went then.
I do want to do a close-up of him getting knocked in the crate, but unfortunately, this is going to be one of those scenes that I was talking about earlier where I'm going to just shoot this whole scene and I'm just going to have to send it and see how it looks, because it might not look at all believable that he gets knocked into the crate and then the shark goes in there. It might not look right at all. It might just look like he just went behind a banister or something, or it might look like the characters just faded away into nothing. I'm not really going to know how it looks until I do the whole thing, play it back, and, digest it, and see how I feel about it. If I feel as though the characters just bloop and vanish away, then I'm going to have to reshoot that whole thing and think about maybe splitting this into a different angle and moving the camera inside and shooting it this way at my subject in the back so that I can really establish that he's in the crate. But I do think, and I'm just going to move the character for a second and we'll kind of... I do think that you can see the shark. Okay, so I'm looking at this all. Now this is when I'm really playing with Legos. Yes, I'm playing with Legos. So can you see this guy if I put him like this? If I like just leave him like that and move the shark, can you see his legs? See, his legs kind of become invisible instantly. You really don't see that he's in there. Now, maybe I can get really lazy with it and use his chest piece rather than his legs so that you can see him a little more visible. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think this is going to be okay. I think this will work all right. But I'm really going to have to turn this shark a little bit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This vicious... Meow! Why don't you just sit on the chair, dude? Here, just come. Sit on the chair. Sit on the chair. Sit on the chair. Hello? Hello? Please lay down and stop rubbing up against my legs because I'm going to step on you. You're big. You would think being small has an issue with being stepped on, but it's the opposite. You're big. I think that will be okay. I really do think that it's going to be okay right here. But the thing is, right when I'm here, I got to give it enough room that I'm going to spin this raft and have these characters all jump out of that raft at the same time. This is going to be difficult animation, folks. Oh, what do we got going on here? Tuxedo Fire. Have you ever watched Lego Ninjago? Yes, my son loves Ninjago. We're also huge into Lego Fortnite, and I'm all hype on that new season, that new update with the Lego Ninjago. We have videos of that, of us playing the Ninjago thing. I really appreciate the comment there. Yeah, your head won't be taken because I don't know how to make people hear my voice. See, I'm scrolling back up. I'm good. Okay, no, I read your comments, Ethan. Sorry you had to go, and I'm sorry I missed that, but I did read them. I'm good about that. I get upset when others miss the comments. Have you ever watched Ninjago? We have a little joke, me and my son. I'm not, obviously covered. You can't see them, but I have tattoos. Tattoos. I've joked with my son that I'll get a Garmadon tattoo if he gets a Lloyd tattoo. Garmadon! 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 Dang, now I want to watch the Ninjago movie because the intro to that is so funny. What does the announcer say? Heat. What? I forget what he says. It's so funny. I think the Lego Ninjago movie was the best one out of all the ones. Is that Mari? Mari Piz? 442. Hey, what's up? Hope you're having a good night. How's everybody doing? People have come and gone. This has been a very successful night. We got 8 likes here. This is the most I've ever gotten on my animation stream, folks. I'm humble. I don't mind admitting it. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll entertain the subjects. If I didn't want to talk, I would turn off the live stream, and I would then take off the headphones and listen to this cartoon without headphones. And I would focus on doing this. I present myself as the Bob Ross of animation, folks. Okay, so we do really need to sit down and knock out this scene. I think I'm going to knock out this one last scene of them moving around and putting the lid on the crate. Let me just redo my audio real quick. I need to just check a line.
Hey, that's my.
Miguel?
Moving this crate.
You guys are forgetting.
Now, I was kind of thinking that there needs to be a line that Andrew says, "Quick, close the crate," or "Shut the crate." I don't think it's necessary. I think we've already established quite clearly that the shark needs to get back in the crate. So once the opportunity is seen by the characters in question, it's already pretty well established that they're going to jump on the opportunity. So I don't think there's going to be a line necessary. I think we can just get right to the point that the shark is going to go back in the crate and that they're going to immediately react and get out of the boat and go running into here. And I'm not going to get crazy with trying to show that. That's when I'm going to switch the camera and put it back in there and switch this whole set around. I want to just get them through that door, and then I can play camera angle and get cheap with my animation rather than having to put so much effort into this one angle. I can get probably... I'm thinking maybe 3 seconds, but I don't want to be too quick or too slow. I was initially thinking maybe 5 seconds, but I think 3 seconds might be where I'm going to fall with this animation. So, sometimes you don't really need to, so I'm not matching this up to audio. This is just going to be kind of free flow and try to make it look natural. I don't want it to be too quick. I don't want it to be too slow. And I also don't want it to be such a jarring camera change. I don't want this to be an action movie where the camera's over here, and the camera's over here, and the camera's over here. This is a Lego stop motion comedy. It's not set as an action. I'm not trying to get that effect. I'm only establishing transition through the scenes because we're following the shark. The main subject has been established as the shark, so we're going to follow that shark swimming around the mall. Checking the comments. We're good. I didn't forget the comments. Alright. So it may seem like I've just been sitting here ranting, but I have put a lot of thought into how this is going to look. I have decided that this is the way I'm going to shoot it, and this is what I'm going to invest my time into doing this direction, and I do feel as though it's going to look okay. I was also deciding whether I want to go 2 frames per movement or 3 frames per movement. I'm going to cycle 1 to 2. And then I think I'm going to go a bit slower at the door. And then kind of do like a build up, like a jump into the door rather than just swimming and going through the door. I kind of want them to like shove the door open rather than just go through the door. So I'm going to see if I can slow it down at the front of the door and give it a good push. Alright, so let's rock into it. Remember that the shark's mouth was open in the last scene, and just for giggles, yep, I am going to check it one more time. I want to see where he was one last time. So he was turned a little bit. He wasn't as straight as I thought he was, and his tail is also not where it is currently. This is why we check these things. So his tail is just over the white dot. So I can excuse it being a little bit further than the white dot because the shark has moved since. That's about accurate. That's as good as we're going to get. Let's get all the characters established. Let's get everybody in a good position here because this is very difficult to work with. I've got 3 characters in this one little raft. It's hard enough to get one character to sit in these things just playing, let alone 3 of them, and you're trying to animate them. Come on. Okay.
Look at everybody's heads. Lewis is pretty much not moved this entire time, but I kind of just don't care. I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to bother trying to add so much movement to a character that is essentially just sitting in a raft as a prop for a moment. I'm not going to waste my energy trying to add unnecessary animation to a character that just does not need it. Okay, that's pretty good. Kind of need them to be looking at the shark. Lewis, not so much. Lewis, actually, that works. Yeah, okay, he's looking at it. Drop his hand a little bit. That's good. That's very good. I'm very happy with this. All right, lock in. Here we go. Now I moved Andrew back there a little bit to add to that bump effect. The shark has now bumped into it. All the characters have reacted to it. Andrew moved back a little bit. Lewis kind of moved his shoulder a little bit. Mark's hand went down to brace himself. I don't need to move this guy in the doorway at all. He's watching. He doesn't need to move. He's just watching. I don't need to explain his existence at all. He is deciding to stand there in the doorway. That's what's happening. Don't need to explain his existence. Unnecessary movement. He doesn't need to move right now. We'll have him move when we decide that the shark is going to back away from Mark. So this is where I'm going to start pulling Mark's hand up. But I do truly want to make sure that I'm establishing that shark biting the raft. So I'm going to chomp down a little bit, turn the shark a little more. You know, he's trying to chomp it. I can't do that with that hand. Let's try this one. I can't move my hand like that. Move the raft a little bit because the shark is... That's a big muscular fish. Muscular fish. Okay, now we're bringing Mark's hand back to give this fish the what. This fish is going to get a boopins. And we're starting to lose this a little bit, but it's okay. We have the marker brick on the back there that lets us know where that goes. And plus, with the natural... Shoot it, what, Ziki? Meow. Meow? Dude, please. Hello, meow meow. Yes, I know you exist. I'm aware that you are a cat. I found you to be most perfect, Ziki. You do not need to continuously announce your presence as a cat. I know you exist. Okay, yep, so this is going to get tricky. This is going to get really, really tricky. It's going to get even more so tricky trying to get all these... It's tricky. It's going to get difficult trying to get these guys to hop out of this raft. I'm going to let them fumble out of it, but that's the advantage of adding a speed element to things. When you're doing something that the characters are supposed to be trying to be fast and frantic, you can allow that movement to look fast and frantic. But to an extent, you know, they obviously have to look like they're actually moving. Whether it's not even with their legs or not, you know, are they crawling with their hands? Are they wiggling like a worm? Are they slithering like a snake? How are they moving? They can't just go...
And that's the second time I've referenced that. They can't just be an apparition moving this way unless you're going for that effect. In which case, that's creepy. Now this is where I'm going to cheat a little bit. The spear that our middle character there, Mark, is holding, and Andrew's staring at the freaking camera. Make him look down just a little bit. That helps so much. Andrew's no longer staring at the camera. He's looking at the shark. Just a moment ago, he was staring directly at the camera. Now he's looking down at the shark. Big difference. To this, to this. Why is the character just looking up like this? The shark, the context is down there. The character needs to look down there. Like the cat. The cat's right there. I'm looking at the context. Hi, Zeke. Oh, who's a good boy? He's playing with his fishy. Okay. So we need to establish that that spear is going to pull up and then kind of pull Q back down. So let's see if I can get this to work correctly. Turn this out. Turn this. Turn it like that. And I have to make it look like it's very quick and it's going to hurt the shark. You know, pop, and shark goes away. So establish very quickly that 1, 2, right there. Cheat that. And I'm going to really turn into it. Now close the shark's mouth. The shark has now reacted. The shark's mouth was open the whole time. Now it closes. Yeah, I got to move it up just a little bit. Can I get away with this? I don't know if I'm going to get away with that. Oop, is that going to work? Yep, that's going to work. Okay. Turn around. So now I want the shark to have a reason to turn and look at this character, so I'm going to move this character. I'm going to give the shark a reason to be like, hey, I didn't see you. Now I see you. You've moved. Wait, there's other movement. The shark smells blood. Whoosh. Now the shark sees the other character. One, two.
What are you doing first thing tomorrow morning? Eating a balanced breakfast. For context, I'm listening to Recess the Cartoon. I like playing old cartoons while I do this. It kind of puts me in the right vibes. Oof. Alright, this is where it's going to get crazy difficult. I have to move 5 characters in frame at once. I am going to have some fun. Let's have some fun. This is that different level of animation. There's a certain, like, you know, oh, I'm having fun, and like I'm playing with toys, and then there's I'm working with 5 characters at once. Now I'm working with 5 characters and the raft, and all of them have to make sure that they're believable in movement. And Lewis has to keep his legs on. Okay. Now I think this is going to look a little bit too quick, but I'd rather the shark have that real powerhouse smashing through the door effect than slow it down any more than it hitting the door to open it. I don't want its momentum to seem lost, especially because of the fact, well, the thing is on what's supposed to be a mall, apparently. There we go. Alright, you finally got out of your seat there, Lewis. Put this down here for a moment, and you fell out, that's fine. Okay. Gotta turn this character's head, look in the wrong direction. It's gonna be weird if he's looking right the entire time when he's walking, straight. So move his head, move his legs. He's exiting out the back of the raft. As you can see, I have these 2 little marker bricks that are hidden by the raft itself. That allows me to put it back with confidence, knowing that the raft is going to be in the same spot. Now, typically with other objects, they have to be in the exact same spot, but the raft, I get to cheat a little bit, and it's okay if it moves. It's okay if it's got some wobble to it. It's a raft. It explains itself to have some movement. Can I? Oh, that works. That works. Look, it works. Let's see if I can angle that perfectly. I might have to jam it. Oh, it's perfect. Can't get it any better than that, folks. Not going to argue it at all. No, that's good. It's perfect. Boom. Okay. Now, I really would like them all to kind of stand up at the same time. Not stand up. Stand up at different times, but I just don't care. I'm not really going to get crazy with it. I just want all the individual characters' movement to look believable in the scene. And adding some speed to that is what is going to cheat it enough for me to work with it. Let's get that shark really very obviously in the crate. I very clearly want you to see it in there and then it go away. Checking the comms, good. Boom, boom. No, that was wrong. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that jump up. I don't. No, I'm gonna notice it. No, go back. Don't ever get lazy with your animation in terms of visible. If it's visible, you just don't get lazy with it. Remember, it's gonna move. Be conscious of it. Like, actually, no, that was dumb. Lewis's legs they're not visible. I don't have to move his legs. You can't see his legs. Why do I have to move stuff that you can't see? You can't see Lewis's legs. I don't have to move his legs. You can see this character's legs, Andrew, and you can see Mark's legs, not Lewis. Don't move Lewis's legs. I don't need to move something you don't see. We ain't allowed to set foot in that joint. Old man Kelso said that himself. Yup, dang it. It's okay. I think I've got that on pace. I think I remember where he was. Notice how I'm saying I think. But I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to move Andrew's foot the other way. And I'm going to compensate for that. Because I'm going to change his movement to one space to the right to cover the feet. Animation tricks. I have just made up for my mistake because I have hidden my character behind the other character's movement. Yeah, we got us a secret creek, but not just any secret creek. This place is special. Okay. No, don't do that. Stand back a bit. That spot. Go there. That's where I want you. Perfect. Okay. 2 seconds. So this is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be 3 seconds. It's 2. And I'm not going to go any further than 2. I'm going to let that go through and we'll call it a night. If that looks alright. Which I'm hoping it does. If not, we'll reshoot it tomorrow. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. I need you more than ever. It's like a total motion of the bricks. I only have one more frame. I could cheat and just use this next frame, but I'm not. I'm going to do it proper. What'd you say, Hammer? Proper. I'm going to do it proper. We don't cheat. Take that last extra moment and really send it. Boom. Alright, let's have a look. So, I'm going to stare at this a bunch. Staring back at my comments. Nothing in my comments. 8 likes tonight. Love it. So I'm really going to have to establish a really loud sound effect for that punk when it hits the shark. But I do like that. You can see that it hits. You can see that the shark reacts. I really like that door close. That door close is very nice. And it starts just a second before the shark looks over at him as I wanted to. I wanted the movement of that to start before the shark came at him. Goes at him, I should say. Now that is really hard to see, but I bet you once I filter it and it comes up, that's going to show up really good because I can see that. I can see that he gets up, right up in there, right up and goes right down. I can see it. And that's what I wanted to accomplish. So next time we're going to move the camera in back here and we're going to flip the set. But for now, that's it. That is our animation stream for the evening. And we're over 2 hours. I'm loving it. I'm getting pretty consistent with my animation streams here in terms of their time. Yeah, I don't want to go another scene further. I have 4 audio clips to lock into that. So let me think here.
Hey, that's my goon that's in that crate. Let him out.
Miguel, say one more word. We're putting you in the crate with him.
Moving this crate in and out's not that hard. How are we supposed to get it all the way out of the mall without a forklift? Moving this...
You guys are forgetting. I have the vacuum cleaner working here now. Now come on, let's get it out back to the return dock. Because I am not throwing this in the dumpster if it goes bad.
So I have about under 40 seconds worth of animation. If I have to put that in hours perspective, I like setting goals for myself. So is that 3 live streams or 2 live streams? I think I can do that in 2 live streams. If I really get gutsy, I might be able to get it done in 1. But 2 live streams comfortably, 2, 3, depending on what kind of time I have. I'd rather do 2 and then finish up some stuff between finishing it on my own time and then make sure that the second live stream I finished it. So 2 more. We're going to be done with this episode, everyone. Wow, 9 likes. I love it.
I am about to hop off. I'm sorry if you just hopped in. I appreciate you just adding a like now because I did just see that was 8 and I just got one right now, so that's awesome. If you want to chat my ear off now and bring up a subject of something, now's the chance before I run upstairs and check on the kids and get a snack, and I might come back down later and be on live stream later playing video games. Might. That's a big might. I might also end up falling asleep with that cute cat that's on the bed over there. So we will, as we always do, on point. Great, now I got 2 in here. It's a live streamer's curse. It's a live streamer's curse. Every time you're about to log off, all of a sudden 14 people hop in your chat. I give the people what they want one last time, as I always do. There he is. There's the cuteness. The fluffin-stuffins. Oh. All right. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in. 9 likes. That's the most likes I've gotten on this animation stream. I would love to keep going and get some more likes, but, well, quite simply, we got responsibilities and things we need to check on. I might be on later playing video games, but video games is definitely more, well, that's more of a, there's a hobby and then there's a hobby. And this is definitely, this is kind of more work, you know what I mean, in terms of hobby. Have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you guys later on the next animation live stream. Lego animation live.